I'm Karen Hasselo from Spirit First Coaching TV. Welcome to my top 10 hard-won lessons on my way to becoming an empowered mom, part 1. I'd like to begin by sharing a drawing. Notice the mom on the bike in the lower illustration? I had to abandon my bike because my tire went flat. Notice the mom in the boat? I wasn't in that boat for long. I fell overboard and had to spend years struggling in the water before I could climb back in. There is no right or wrong way to reach empowerment. It's a series of ups and downs with years spent in fix-it mode, survival mode, and stuck mode. Know that wherever you are along the way, you have the opportunity to come closer and closer to the truth of your being, divine love. Lesson 1. Your child will serve as your greatest spiritual master teacher if you stay open to learning and evolving together. It's helpful to recognize as a spiritually awakened mom that although our children came through us, they did not incarnate in order to fulfill our ego needs. Our children have their own spiritual purpose for living, and part of that purpose is helping us learn to be the best version of ourselves through connecting with a higher intelligence. My son is my spiritual equal, regardless of how his mind and body functions on this earth plane. Through my son's teachings, I've learned to be a strong, independent woman, live my life in better balance, accept people exactly where they are, and use my voice to empower others. Lesson 2. Every single experience, no matter how painful, has been perfectly designed for the evolution of your immortal soul. Believe it or not, embedded in every single painful experience is a hidden blessing that will emerge over time if we stay open to it. At the same time, it's important to give ourselves permission to feel our sadness, sorrow, hurt, disappointment, anger, or any other energy that needs to be processed and released from our bodies. Life as we had imagined it ended the day our children received their diagnosis. It takes time to let go and adapt to the new normal as we stay open to all the ways in which these new experiences can shift us for the better. Lesson 3. When your child's energy is fear energy, you'll be given many opportunities to practice meeting that fear energy with love. When fear meets fear, it exponentially expands. When fear meets love, fear dissolves. Does that mean that you don't need to set healthy boundaries with your children? Absolutely not. The ongoing challenge is to stay grounded in truth and love while practicing healthy detachment as a tornado of fear is swirling around you. Lesson 4. Your child is already perfect. You can support, guide, teach, and advocate, but you don't need to live in fix-it mode because nothing ever was or is broken. This one took me a decade to embrace. It's one of life's paradoxes. Our children are here as perfect light workers. At the same time, they've come into physical bodies with many, many challenges to overcome. When we enter in with fix-it energy, our children internalize that they are broken, damaged goods, and a burden to us. It's perfectly acceptable to support and nurture your child's abilities. However, when we bring a desperate, all-consuming energy into our interactions with our children and those trying to help them, this does not serve anyone. Lesson 5. Learning to love our children unconditionally is sometimes much easier than learning to accept and love ourselves unconditionally. Our children will serve as perfect mirrors to show us our shadow side and all the parts we would rather disown, deny, and disavow. It takes a lot of emotional courage to own these parts that are crying out to be healed. Through this mirroring process, I've discovered my need for control, my perfectionism, my unrealistic expectations of others, and the way in which I treated my body without mercy. Come back next week to discover part 2 of my top lessons toward empowerment, and I'd love for you to join my channel so that you can receive upcoming tips. Namaste.